Welcome back to Super Rare Coins. Today, we're counting down the top 3 wheat pennies that may look old and scratched, but could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. These rare coins are still out there in circulation, and one of them could be hiding in your collection right now. So don't miss this, because your next penny could change your life. Top 1. The 1952 wheat penny is one of those coins that continues to surprise collectors and treasure hunters alike. This particular coin comes from the famous Wheat Penny series, minted in the United States from 1909 to 1958. These coins are loved by collectors because of their classic design, featuring Abraham Lincoln on the front and 2 wheat stalks on the back. The 1952 version without a mint mark means it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which typically didn't include a mint mark during that time. At first glance, a circulated 1952 wheat penny in very fine condition might not seem special. You might notice small scratches, slight wear, on Lincoln's face, and some fading in the wheat lines on the reverse. These signs of use are completely normal for a coin that has been handled for decades. But here's where things get exciting. Certain rare variations or unique errors can make this exact coin incredibly valuable. Collectors are always searching for hidden details. Sometimes it's a rare die error, a double strike, or even a subtle variation in the date or lettering. In the case of the 1952 wheat penny, a rare and highly sought-after error or unique strike condition can push its value into the hundreds of thousands. When such a coin appears in an auction, it creates intense competition among collectors. Condition also plays a big role. A very fine grade means the coin still has clear details, even though it has been circulated. You can still see the main features of Lincoln's portrait and the wheat stalks, but there is noticeable wear. Light scratches or surface marks don't necessarily reduce the value if the coin has a rare feature. In fact, some of these coins with minor imperfections have still reached astonishing prices because of their rarity. Now think about the journey of such a coin. It may have passed through hundreds of hands, used to buy groceries, pay for services, or simply exchanged as everyday currency. For decades, nobody may have realized its true worth. And then one day, a collector or expert takes a closer look and discovers something extraordinary. That's the beauty of coin collecting. It turns everyday objects into hidden treasures. The idea that a small, worn penny could be worth $500,000 is what keeps collectors searching through rolls of coins, estate sales, and old collections. It's like a real-life treasure hunt. If you're wondering whether you might have one of these valuable coins, it's worth checking carefully. Look at the date, check for a mint mark, and examine the coin under good lighting. Pay attention to any unusual features, such as doubling in the letters or numbers, or anything that looks slightly off. Even small details can make a huge difference in value. It's also important to remember that professional grading and authentication are key. If you believe you've found something special, having it examined by a coin expert or grading service can confirm its authenticity and help determine its true market value. Stories like the 1952 wheat penny remind us that valuable treasures aren't always locked away in vaults or museums. Sometimes they're hiding in plain sight, waiting to be discovered. Top 2. The 1953 wheat penny with a D mint mark. At first glance, it looks like any ordinary coin, but in reality, this small piece of copper could be valued at around $600,000 in today's auction market. Picture this for a moment. A coin that has been in circulation for decades, passed from hand to hand, used in everyday transactions, now holding the potential to change someone's life forever. The 1953 Wheat Penny is part of the iconic Wheat Cent series, one of the most collected coins in American history. Featuring the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front and two wheat stalks on the back, this design represents a classic era of U.S. coinage. The D mint mark on this coin tells us that it was struck at the Denver Mint. Millions of pennies were produced there in 1953, so you might wonder what makes this one so special. The answer lies in its rarity, hidden details, and unique characteristics that only experienced collectors truly understand. Not every 1953D penny is valuable, but certain rare variations or striking errors can make a huge difference in price. Now let's talk about condition. This coin is described as being in very fine, circulated condition. That means it has clearly been used over time and shows visible signs of wear. You might notice light scratches across the surface, small marks from years of handling, and some smoothing on the high points of the design. Lincoln's hair details may not be as sharp, and the wheat stalks on the reverse could show slight fading. However, the overall design remains clear and readable, which is important for collectors. Even with these signs of wear, a coin like this can still reach an astonishing value if it has a rare feature. Sometimes it's a minting error, such as double die impressions, off-center strikes, or unusual metal composition. Other times, it could be an extremely rare die variety that only a handful of coins share. These unique traits are what turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. Imagine the excitement of discovering such a coin. It might be sitting unnoticed in an old coin jar, hidden in a drawer, or part of a family collection passed down through generations. For years, no one realizes its true worth. Then one day, someone takes a closer look and spots something unusual. That moment of discovery can be absolutely thrilling. In the world of coin collecting, stories like this happen more often than you might think. Collectors are always searching through rolls of coins, estate sales, and flea markets, hoping to find that one rare piece. The idea that a circulated penny with scratches and wear could be worth $600,000 is what keeps the passion alive. If you want to check your own coins, start by looking carefully at the date and mint mark. A small D below the date is the first sign you're looking at a Denver minted coin. Then examine the surface under good lighting. Look for anything unusual, doubling in the numbers or letters, strange patterns, or anything that doesn't look quite right. Top 3. 1954 Wheat Penny with a D mint mark. A coin that has captured the attention of collectors worldwide and could reach an incredible value of around $650,000 in today's auction market. At first glance, this coin doesn't look impressive at all. In fact, it appears worn, scratched, and clearly circulated for many years. The surface shows signs of damage, with visible marks and rough areas that tell a story of heavy use. The word Liberty might be slightly faded, and the details on Abraham Lincoln's portrait may not be as sharp as they once were. On the reverse side, the wheat stalks could show noticeable wear, with lines that are no longer crisp. But despite all of this, the coin holds a hidden mystery that makes it extremely valuable. This coin belongs to the famous Wheat Penny series, minted in the United States from 1909 to 1958. These coins are beloved by collectors because of their timeless design and historical significance. The 1954 version with the D mint mark was produced at the Denver Mint, where millions of pennies were struck that year. So what makes this particular coin so special? The answer lies in rarity and unique minting characteristics. While most 1954D wheat pennies are common, a small number feature unusual errors or rare die varieties that make them stand out. These could include double die errors, where the design appears slightly duplicated, or off-center strikes that give the coin a distinct and unusual appearance. In some rare cases, the metal composition or striking pressure may differ, creating a coin that is unlike the rest. Collectors are constantly searching for these rare details. Even a coin in damaged fine condition can become incredibly valuable if it has one of these unique features. The scratches and wear do not erase its importance. In fact, they often add to its story. This coin may have been used in countless transactions, passed through many hands, and survived decades of circulation before being recognized for what it truly is. Imagine finding such a coin in an old collection or a forgotten coin jar. It might not look like much at first, but under careful inspection, something unusual catches your eye. That moment of discovery is what every collector dreams of. It's the realization that an ordinary-looking penny could actually be a rare treasure worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. The condition described as damaged fine means the coin shows heavy signs of use. There are clear scratches, possible dents, and overall wear that reduces the sharpness of the design. However, the main features are still visible, and the date along with the D mint mark can still be identified. For most coins, this level of condition would mean very little value. But for a rare error coin, condition is only part of the story. What truly drives the price is demand among collectors. When a rare 1954D wheat penny appears at auction, it can create intense competition. Serious collectors are willing to pay extraordinary amounts to add such a unique piece to their collection. This demand is what pushes the value up to astonishing levels like $600